puts up all of the decorations or the tree anytime early. But as far as shopping and enjoying seeing Santa at the malls, I mean, embrace it.
The sights do kind of cheer you up, even if you're not getting into it yourself.
Right.
Look, Polly and Anna, if I was a pilgrim, I would be very angry.
Well, don't
they are totally getting the shaft.
And veterans.
I love Thanksgiving.
And
I love the
veterans.
grub.
Yes, we won't forget the veterans.
Day. Yeah, we embrace it all, Jason. Embrace
I'm decorating for Thanksgiving. I'm putting up a lot of turkey decorations.
Take some photos, please. Good morning, everyone. We're looking at our roadways, and so far, it's your early Christmas gift. In those areas where we have a few stoplights, where naturally we would have some of those reduced speeds. We're on 94 westbound between Highway 241 and County Road 19. We're going to have another lane restriction. We're going down to 1-lane traffic today from 7 a.m. to p.m. and this is the last scheduled day that is supposed to happen. We did this yesterday as well. And 394 westbound between Hopkins Crossroads to Plymouth Road if you travel this route. A reminder that starting at 8 a.m. today, we'll see some lane restrictions there as well, really just closing one lane and a shoulder. And we're hoping by 8 a.m. a lot of the traffic will have died down, especially in the westbound direction, so hopefully this won't be a big issue for you. If you're flying today, doing air travel, be sure to still check your flight status. We had several flights canceled yesterday as a result of the storm up in the northeast, so just a little heads up. May want to check that just in case. The time now 5:39. That means it's time for weather on the 9s and more. All right, see how it is. Good morning, everyone. We have, you know what? It's a pretty light day of traffic, Keith, so it's all right if you just through somewhat security. I don't know who to call. Highway 10 at 169. That's what we're looking at right now, and we do see giant weathermen walking through. But other than that, we don't have any trouble for those of you who are actually on the roadway here up in the Anoka-Champlin area. Eastbound traffic on 10 especially builds at this hour, but so far no major slowdowns. We're happy to know that. 36 at Lexington Avenue. Westbound traffic continuing to build. A nice bright picture here, but a lot of room for you all as you travel through the Roseville area. We do have one disabled vehicle out there right now. It's stalled 494 southbound right at the junction of 394, and we do see traffic having to move a little bit to the side as you pass by. It happened right as that overpass at 394 starts, so it's definitely going to not leave you with a lot of shoulder room to work with. So hopefully we will get that cleared before the majority of you head out the door. We especially tend to see heavy traffic 494 southbound between Maple Grove and Plymouth, and this is a little south of that. Now we are back on really every day this week. We've had crashes somewhere within this zone in that area. We also have that single lane construction, so it's been causing some issues. I'll keep my eye on it for you. So far, so good. So keep those fingers crossed, guys.
Thank you.
Whether or not affecting us on our roadways today, we're cruising along. No crashes yet and during our morning rush hour. Here's a look at 694 up at Highway 65. We do see traffic flowing along. We're starting to see a little more crowding out there, but overall, some pretty open roadways for you as you head out the door. Here's a look at 494 in the southbound direction at the junction of 394, actually right over 394, so not a lot of shoulder room to work with for this disabled vehicle, not causing major slowdown quite yet. Hopefully we'll get that cleared quickly. At the junction of 169, 494 in the Southwest Metro, we're continuing to see northbound 169 drivers adjust to the new configuration in that area. It's been a big construction zone, and with each change comes some adjustment and sometimes some added. You're going to be cruising right along without any trouble. A few construction zones to keep in mind for today. Between 7 and 3, westbound 94 between Highway 241 and County Road 19 will be closed off, or rather one lane of traffic, excuse me. And a little farther south, westbound 394 will be restricted heading in that westbound direction between Hopkins Crossroads and Plymouth Road. So plan accordingly if you do have to head in those places, because you could see some delays as a result of the change up of construction. Now, if you're heading to the airport, a reminder, check the flight status. Right now, it doesn't look like we have any delays leaving Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport, but we did have that storm on the East Coast, and that could still be having some effects. Speaking of the airport, I found some interesting pictures of some of the things the Transportation Security Administration finds at the airport when they're doing their searches. All of that coming up in about 10 minutes. Guys.
I imagine it's coming.
Good morning, everyone. You're waking up to Thursday. We are progressing through the work week, and you're looking at a day where you might see some sunshine. Already, we're starting to see a rise in the sky, and down below, we see the lights of many headlights out there as drivers start to make their way to work. But so far, pretty minimal brake light action. So that's the good news. We're flowing right along in most areas, enjoying that sunrise. 35W southbound. This is one of our heavier areas right now as far as traffic goes at that junction of Highway 10. We often see that this is one of the earliest spots to see the slowdowns in the morning. This is a look at 35E at McAndrews Road. So down there, if you're traveling north, 494 southbound at the junction of 394, so no delays to worry about there. On the east side of town, we still have good traffic flow, although 36 westbound continuing to build. We'll see that start to slow down in a little while. On the southbound side, a reminder, we do have a closure coming to 169. That will be this weekend, Friday 10 p.m. until Monday morning at 5 a.m. And heading to the airport, I mentioned I want to show you some of the strange things and and maybe some of the surprising things that the TSA actually pulls out of luggage. I guess I'll show you that coming up in about 10 minutes. We'll see you back here in the Fox Lane. Good morning, everyone. We've had a pretty quiet day out on our roadways with weather cooperating and very few crashes or issues out there. But right now we are monitoring a situation 94 westbound. Emergency crews just rushing into the scene of a crash near the junction of Highway 61. So you see a lot of brake lights going off here, and that's going to continue on. This is a look from a little farther east at McKnight Road. This is the westbound traffic trying to head toward where that crash happened, and obviously we're seeing those speeds reducing. Well, at the same time, we are seeing a little sun-up action, so maybe that will put you in a chipper mood as you get stuck in that traffic jam, maybe. 35W at Highway 280, sky lighting up here for you as well. Down below, traffic continuing to build around 7 o'clock is when we'll really start to see that rush. You have a big traffic jam going on, pretty typical, no crashes to worry about. It's just that backup that usually gets us backed up to around Lake Drive. On the south side of town, we still see nice green color, but 494 in the crosstown definitely seeing more action. Now, if you're heading to the airport, a reminder, right now it sounds like we have about 13 grounded flights that were meant to travel to the East Coast, mainly LaGuardia and the Newark airports, and that's a result of the storm and the weather that's been up there. Now, also, speaking of the airport, Wheel of Pain, scary. Maybe you won't feel so bad next time you're really getting the pat down as you go through security. Guys?
I still will, but thanks for sharing, Kelsey. All right, let's take a look at some other.
Morning, everyone. Looking at our roadways in the Twin Cities, it's a good time to check out the scene because at 7:10 we definitely start to see some slowdown in areas we haven't yet already. Here's a look at 52 northbound, very slow going as you approach the junction of 94. The biggest reason here is that 52 northbound ramp to 94 westbound remains closed and is scheduled to remain closed until the end of November. So if you have an alternate route, great, but otherwise we do have slow moving traffic as you approach that junction. 494, this is over in the west side of town. If you travel through Eden Prairie using 494, just keep in mind we do have a crash on the westbound side here near Valley View Road. It looks like it is blocking at least one, if not two lanes of traffic at this moment, though that traffic having to go around it, obviously causing a bit of a slowdown. Let's look to one other spot out there we're keeping our eye on, and the reason for it is we have a crash 94 heading in the westbound direction towards St. Paul. So this is already a really busy area in the morning, especially for those of you trying to get into the downtown areas, either St. Paul or Minneapolis. And right now, the east side, now for those of you traveling in the eastbound side, heavy traffic there as well from St. Michael into Rogers. And on 169, some backups continue today in the northbound direction due to a new configuration at that junction. And a reminder, starting tomorrow at 10 p.m., 169 will close between Valley View Road and 494. That should lift by Monday morning's commute, though. Guys?
All right. Thank you, Kelsey.
Hey, everyone. Good morning to you and happy Thursday. We're glad to see some sunshine out there as we make our way to work. Maybe even we'll make the traffic not seem so gloomy. We're looking at 494 at Flying Cloud Drive over in the Southwest Metro. We do see some slow moving traffic. Good news, though, the crash that we had 494 westbound at Valley View Road has been cleared away. Looking over to 212, it looks like we have some slower than usual eastbound traffic here at Mitchell Road. That may have something to do with the bright sun that's coming up, so we do pay a price during our morning rush hour to have that sun or us enjoying the sun rather. Here's a look at 94 at McKnight Road. Bright sunshine, but down below, not so bright. We're dealing with a big traffic jam heading in the westbound direction towards St. Paul. Still a result of a crash that was at Highway 61. It looks like that's all been cleared away, but the traffic, not so much. We're still right in that 94 zone. The crash itself happened here on Highway 61, but we're remaining in that slow mode, continuing on toward Highway 280. So keep that in mind. You may need a few extra minutes if you're traveling 94 westbound on the east side. It is 7:25. Time now to go out to M.A. Roscoe. Morning, guys. We're looking outside right now. Well, many of us are excited to see that the sun is shining. However, unfortunately, there are a few sticking points in our morning commute. If you're traveling through the Twin Cities, listen up. 394 in the eastbound direction as you approach 169. That's where we're looking right now live. We have a crash with possible injuries, and that's going to slow us down as we head toward the downtown area. It looks like the crash right in the center lane. That usually causes an even greater delay than if we had it a little farther off to the side. So prepared for some slowdowns there. A few other spots to watch for. 36 westbound near 35E, a crash here pulled over to the shoulder. It looks like 36 westbound traffic having to slow a bit. This is already a pretty heavily traveled route in the morning. That Roseville area does tend to get pretty congested in the morning. Let's look to another spot out there, the crosstown at near France Avenue, managing to still move along at a decent pace considering this is the crosstown during rush hour and the fact that we have a crash reported just west of here. So hopefully we'll keep some nice movement and we'll eastbound near 169 as that's around the same area where we're going to have some construction going into play here shortly between Hopkins Crossroads and Plymouth Road. So could get a little messy. It's going to be single lane on the westbound side and the eastbound side looking a little bit like single lane since we have that crash in the middle of the roadway. South side of town, heavy traffic 35W northbound from Burnsville. That Burnsville split up north to the Minnesota River Bridge. That's not exactly surprising. And in the Southwest Metro, just a heads up that starting tomorrow, 169 will be closing between Valley View Road and 494. That kicks in tomorrow evening, but should lift in time for your Monday morning commute. Now coming up, I'll be sure to let you know how flights are doing out of Minneapolis to the east after some troubling weather, and there are still some flights canceled. All of that in about 10 minutes. Right now it's 7:39, so that means it's time to talk. Good morning, everyone. The Fox 9 Morning News now continues. I'm Kelsey Soby, keeping my eye on the roads for you, and what I'm seeing are a few spots out there that are causing a few slowdowns. One of those spots, Cedar Avenue in the northbound direction near Highway 13. Very heavy traffic approaching that Minnesota River Bridge. We do tend to see quite a bit of activity in this area. No crashes reported here, just a few extra minutes needed as you travel this route in the northbound direction. Looking to 394 eastbound near 169, the crash there originally thought maybe some injuries involved. Now hearing from my MnDOT source that is not the case, so that's good news. But it is still slowing people down as you travel eastbound 394, although I don't see any big backups, just slow as you pass by the actual scene. And now to 36 in the westbound direction at 35E, the crash there slowing drivers down. But then as you continue on westward, that's actually where it continues to be slow, since that 36 westbound route between 35W and 35E always tend to be a bit crowded at 3 p.m. And it looks like even eastbound traffic slowing a bit, maybe as a result of the distraction factor. We'll see you back here when there's much more to come.
Kelsey Soby is in talking about our traffic on this Thursday. And it sounds like we've got a couple of incidents out there.
Yeah, we still have some issues, even though we're progressing into the 8 o'clock hour when things tend to slow down. But one zone, start with the good news. Let's look at crash here, slowing us down. We see traffic backed up east of 61. It's adding to already a very congested spot in the morning in between 35E and 35W. 35W southbound at Highway 10, a little extra slowing there as a result of slowdowns, we call them, because 494 eastbound, a few people having to put the brakes on. That was happening at 212 as well due to that bright sunrise coming up. But it is sure nice to see the sun, isn't it? Heading over to 52 northbound, a reminder that ramp to 94 westbound is still closed and will remain so until late November, and that's adding to the backups you see here. If you're heading to the airport, the crosstown and 494, both looking at some. The TSA found his sunblock and in trouble. But there are some real risks out there, apparently, so all under the realm of transportation. The time now 8:09, so let's talk about our weather. And is that a stroke? Somebody call someone. Hi, everyone. Good morning to you. We're looking at our roadways where we still do have some crowding in some not so surprising places. For example, trying to get in the downtown Minneapolis area. So are many of these people. 35W northbound traffic here, 42nd Street, continuing at a slow pace as you try and make your exit, and we don't have any crashes or disabled vehicles reported here, just the typical slowdowns you try and get into the downtown area. Here's a look at 94 westbound where we have a crash near Highway 61. Looks like some slowing as you pass by the crash, but as you can see behind here, free flowing, so no major backups reported. Let us look to another. Two different stalled vehicles, one at the junction of Highway 10 on 35W southbound, the other near 694. Both of those contributing to what is a little, I would say, kind of a later morning slowdown on 35W southbound. Most of the time, the northbound side of town would already be calming by this hour. A reminder that westbound 94 in Albertville will be single lane between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. A little farther south, still dealing with some backups. 169 northbound approaching 494 due to a new configuration. And a heads up, we're going to have a closure on 169 starting tomorrow night. I'll be talking about that all morning long tomorrow, so be sure to stay tuned. All right, 8:32. Let's hop over to Jason. Hey, Jason.
Thanks, sweetie.